Mrs. Sevilla Martin, author of this text, was in the company of a bedridden woman in the city of Elmira, New York. She was reading and singing to her, and during their conversation, she asked her if she did not sometimes get discouraged. She responded with Matthew 10:19 through 31, which is that passage. Are not two sparrows sold for a penny, yet none of them will blah, blah, blah. You know, the same thing I just read to you. And then this question: how can I be discouraged when my Heavenly Father watches over each little sparrow, and I know He loves and cares for me? The woman's answer prompted her to find paper and pencil, and in a very short time she completed the text of this hymn as a poem. The poem was then sent to Charles Gabriel, one of the most prolific gospel song composers during the early 20th century, who put it to music that we have today. Miss Martin was the wife of an evangelist teacher pastor named Walter Martin, and she wrote the Sparrow Song in 1904, if you're wondering kind of about how old this song is. She also wrote another favorite, God Will Take Care of You, which she did in collaboration with her husband. So let's enjoy 3 verses of For Thine is the Sparrow. Most people have heard Sweet Hour of Prayer. Raise your hand if you've heard Sweet Hour of Prayer. Okay. The rest of you just aren't going to raise your hand. That's all. Okay? William Walford was blind, but this did not make him worthless. On the contrary, as he sat by the fire in his English home in mid-19th century, his hands kept busy, whittling out useful objects, such as shoehorns. Y'all remember what a shoehorn is, right? His mind was active too. Called on to preach from time to time in a rural English church, he composed sermons in his head to deliver on Sundays. He memorized a huge amount of the Bible, which he quoted verbatim in his sermons. Some of his folk thought he had memorized the entire scripture, cover to cover. William also composed lines of verse, and he was devoted to prayer. But blind. Thomas Salmon, a New York native, spent some time in Coast Hill, Warwickshire, England. That's a tough one to say. Warwickshire, England, where he had become acquainted with William. He tells his tale of what happened one day while he was visiting the blind pastor. He repeated 2 or 3 pieces which he had composed, and having no friend at home to commit them to paper, he had laid them up in the storehouse within. How will this do? Should think them worthy of preservation? He asked. As he repeated the lines, I rapidly copied them with my pencil, as he uttered them and sent them for insertion in the Observer. The Observer did consider them worth preserving, and they were published in September 13th of 1845. Becoming a beloved hymn, it was set to music by William Bradbury in 1861. So there's 3 verses of Sweet Hour of Prayer. Takes you back a little, doesn't it? So will this next one, The Old Rugged Cross. The Old Rugged Cross is a popular Christian song. We're already up to 1912, written in 1912, by evangelist and song leader George Bennett. George Bennett was a native of Youngstown, Ohio, but was reared in Iowa. After his conversion in a Salvation Army meeting, he and his wife became brigade leaders before leaving the organization for the Methodist Church. As a Methodist evangelist, Bernard wrote the first verse of the gospel song, The Old Rugged Cross, in Albion, Michigan in 1912. and Charles Gabriel, a well-known gospel song composer, helped Bernard with the melodies. Before Bernard wrote this song, he was deeply in the study of the cross and spent many hours into reading and meditating on it, until he said, "I saw the Christ of the cross, as if I were seeing John 3:16, leaving the printed page and taking form and act out the meaning of redemption." It was during this time that the words of the hymn came to him. The completed version was first published in 1913 and performed in 1913 by a choir of 5, accompanied by a guitar in Michigan. Published in 1915, the song was popularized during the Billy Sunday evangelistic campaign by 2 members of his campaign staff, Homer Rodeheaver, who bought the rights to the song, by the way, for $500, and Virginia Asher, who were perhaps also the first to record it in 1921. So there's 3 verses of this. And then after this, then the Zimmerman clan is going to come up. So this is Roland and Ryan, and over here is their friend Rachel. So it's the Roland and Ryan team, and I will let them do all the rest.
So they say it was 3 years since we were here last. I couldn't remember exactly, but I remember my wife was along that time. She passed away earlier this year from kidney disease. That's why she's not with us anymore. But anyway, we hope you enjoy our songs. I remember back 3 years ago we were here. It was 3 of us and we had 2 mics. Now it's 2 of us and we have 4 mics. We're going to start off with a song entitled "The Sunny Side of Life." There's a sunny side where the wheels be tied on the road that we must go. There are pleasant bays where the hills and hills where sweet flowers ever grow. Oh, the happy, happy sunny world is where the sweetest sweat ever prevails, where the sunshine lingers on the hill of the sunny side of mine. There are shady days where the gladness dwells in the clouds obstruct the view, but a brighter way like the light of day is awaiting now for you. Oh, happy, happy, sunny bird rolling day, where the sweetest, sweetest joyless ever prevails, where the sunshine lingers on the hill of the sunny side of mine. Let us sing a song as we go along. Let us banish care and strife, that the world might know as we onward go. There's a sunny side of life. Oh, the happy, happy, sunny bird rolling day, where the sweetest gladness ever prevails, where the sunshine lingers on the hill of the sunny side of mine. Oh, the happy, happy, sunny bird rolling vales, where the sweetest joylessness ever there prevails, where the sunshine lingers on the grandest hill of the sunny side of life. We're going to hear another song and sing, thinking about the sunny side of life. It's a song entitled Keep on the Sunny Side of Life. There's a dark and a troubled side of life. There's a bright and a sunny side too. Though we meet with the darkness and strife, the sunny side will always see you through. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help us every day, it will brighten all the way if we keep on the sunny side of life. Though the storm and its fury breaks today, crushing hopes that we cherish so dear, storm and clouds will in time pass away. The sun again will shine bright and clear. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It'll help us every day, it will brighten our way if we keep on the sunny side of life. each day. Though the moments be cloudy or fair, let us trust in our Savior always, who keepeth everyone in His care. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It'll help us every day, it will brighten all the way, if we keep on the sunny side of life. That's a song the Carter family did years ago and made it fairly popular back then. We're going to be doing a song now thinking about Jesus said, "Come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." The song's entitled, "Come Unto Me." Hear the blessed Savior calling the oppressed, "O ye heavy laden, come to me and rest. Come no longer tarry, I will bear. Bring me every burden, bring me every care. Come unto me, unto me, I'll give you rest. Take my yoke, take my yoke on you. Here can be endless. I'll make it mild, make it lowly. Come trust my mind, trust my. Come my yoke is easy, and come my burdens light. Are you disappointed, wandering here and there, dragging chains of doubt and loaded down with care? Do unholy feelings struggle in your breast? Bring your case to Jesus, He will give you rest. Come unto me, come unto me. I'll give you rest. Take my yoke, take my yoke on you. Here can be endless. I'll make it mild, make it lowly. Come trust my mind. Come my yoke is easy, and come my burdens light. Stumbling on the mountain, darkness and shame, stumbling toward the pit of hell's consuming flame. By the power of sin, deluded and oppressed, hear the tender shepherd, come to me and rest. Come unto me, come unto me. I'll give you rest, I'll give you rest. Take my yoke, take my yoke on you. Here can be very endless. I'll make it low, make it high, make it lowly. Come trust mine, trust mine, trust mine. Come my yoke is easy, and come my burdens light. Pack the cares of business, cares of pressing debt, cares of social life, or cares of hope unmet. Are you by remorse or sense of guilt impressed? Come right on to Jesus, He will give you rest. Come unto me, come unto me. I'll give you rest, take my yoke, take my yoke on you. Here can be very endless. I'll make it mild, make it lowly. Come trust my mind, trust my mind, trust my mind. Come In the Holy Spirit, He will give you rest. Come unto me, come unto me. I will give you rest. Take my yoke, take my yoke on you. Yes, endless. I'm meek and lowly, I'm meek and lowly. Come trust mine, trust mine, trust mine. Come my yoke is easy, and come my burdens light. Come to me, I'll give you rest, I'll give you rest. Take my yoke, take my yoke on you. Yes, be endless. I'm meek and lowly, I'm meek and lowly. Come trust mine, come trust mine. Come, my yoke is easy, and come my burdens light. Yes, we can yield our life to Jesus Christ, and we want to make this next song says, "Make the run successful from the cradle to the grave." This song is on a children's album. We recorded that a number of years back when Ryan was much younger. But anyway, this is a train song, so we just got to have some train sounds with it. Life's real way to heaven. Life is like a mountain railroad with an engineer that's brave. We must make the run successful from the cradle to the grave. Watch the curves that fills the tunnels, never falter, never fail. Keep your hand upon the throttle and your eye upon the rail. Blessed Savior, Thou wilt guide us till we reach that blissful shore, where the angels wait to join us in Thy praise forevermore. You will roll the bridge of trial, you will cross the bridge of strife. See that Christ is your conductor on this life train of life, always mindful of obstructions. Do your duty, never fail. Keep your hand upon the throttle and your eye upon the rail. Blessed Savior, Thou wilt guide us till we reach that blissful shore, where the angels wait to join us in Thy praise forevermore. You will often find obstructions, look for storms or wind and rain. On a field or curve or trestle, they will almost hit your train. Put your trust alone in Jesus, never falter, never fail. Keep your hand upon the throttle and your eye upon the rail. Blessed Savior, Thou wilt guide us till we reach that blissful shore, where the angels wait to join us in Thy praise forevermore. As you roll across the trestle, spanning Jordan's swelling tide, you behold the Union Depot into which your train will glide. There you'll meet the superintendent, God the Father, God the Son, with a hearty, joyous plaudit, weary pilgrim, welcome home. Blessed Savior, Thou wilt guide us till we reach that blissful shore, where the angels wait to join us in Thy praise forever. now we're going to switch to an automobile. You know, that's that song we just sang talks about us being the engineer, and the one who really is in charge of the train is the conductor. And the same way with the car, we can be in control. We can have the wheel, or we can let Jesus take hold of the wheel, and we can sit in the back seat. And this song is a song that Love Song did years ago in the 70s. It's a song that I guess started this Jesus movement in contemporary music years back.
Pedal steel guitar, something that Ryan has added the last couple of years. I'm trying hard at practicing it. What a friend we have in Jesus. What a friend we have in Jesus. All our sins and griefs to bear. What a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer. it to the Lord in prayer. Can we find a friend so faithful who will all our sorrows share? Jesus knows our every weakness. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Are we weak and heavy laden, cumbered with a load of care? Precious Savior, still our refuge. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Do thy friends despise, forsake thee? Take it to the Lord in prayer. In His arms He'll take and shield thee. Thou wilt find a solace there. Thank you. That song's on our latest recording. It just came out in the spring. Remembering Rhoda is the name of the recording. Rhoda was singing on that song. We're going to do another song that we released, I think it was on the children's album. That's a chorus song. Jesus is the victory. And yes, Jesus is the victory. Everything's all right. Jesus is the victory, so everything's all right. Jesus is the victory, He'll help us win the fight. Jesus is the victory, so trust His power and might. Jesus is the victory. Jesus is the victory, so everything's all right. Jesus is the victory, He'll help us win the fight. Jesus is the victory, so trust His power and might. Jesus is the victory. Jesus is the victory, so everything's all right. Jesus is the victory, He'll help us win the fight. Jesus is the victory, so trust His power and might. Jesus is the victory. We'll get Ryan to stand up here again. He likes to show that he is taller than me, and this is the way he can do it. We're going to do a song, I've Decided to
follow Jesus. And Jesus is the victory, but we need to have him as Lord and Master, and the Lord and Savior of our life. I've decided to follow Jesus. This is on one of our recordings too. I think when Ryan sang about an octave higher back then.
I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back, no turning back. The cross before me, the world behind me. The cross before me, the world behind me. The cross before me, the world behind me. No turning back, no turning back. Though none go with me, still I will follow. Though none go with me, still I will follow. Though none go with me, still I will follow. No turning back, no turning back. Will you decide now to follow Jesus? Will you decide now to follow Jesus? Will you decide now to follow Jesus? No turning back, no turning back.
Thank you. Yes, we need to follow Jesus and let him be our guide. And this next song is entitled Jesus Savior, Pilot Me, and this is also on our latest recording.
Jesus Savior, pilot me over life's tempestuous sea. On the waves before me roll, hiding rock and treacherous shore. Chart and compass came from me. Jesus Savior, pilot me. As a mother steals her child, thou canst hush the ocean wide. Boisterous waves obey thy will. When thou says to them, be still, wondrous sovereign of the sea. Jesus Savior, pilot me. When at last I near the shore, and the fearful breakers roar, twixt me and the peaceful rest, then while leaning on thy breast, may I hear thee say to me, fear not, I will pilot thee.
We'll do one more song before we take a break. I don't remember who did this song last time. Ryan's been doing this song since he was about 8 years old. If we want Jesus to pilot us, we need to be following the Word of God, the Bible, and this song has all the names of the books of the Bible in it. And Ryan does really like if you can sing along. And so he's going to go through the books of the Bible and the chorus of the song, the refrain. And so if you can join in there, he really appreciates it. He'll go through it several times, but I say try to get in there early if you can. I'm off. This is a Chinese song entitled Tuning. Doesn't matter what the tuner says, it's what he hears.
Everybody wants to be a good soldier for the Lord, but they're not willing to take up their soul. Some won't even know the books of the Bible. Then when the enemy comes, they're going to lose their soul. Well, they are Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st, 2nd, Samuel, 1st, 2nd Kings, 1st, 2nd Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Micah, Nahum, Leviticus, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Jude, 1st, 2nd, Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1st, 2nd Thessalonians, 1st, 2nd Timothy, Titus, Philemon, Hebrews, James, 1st, 2nd Peter, 1st, 2nd, 3rd John, Jude, Revelation. This time we're gonna go a little faster. You sing along, but if you go a little slow, well, don't give it up. Sing it over and over. Soon you're gonna have it right down pat. It comes along, it's gonna blow from that. He's gotta pack his bags and get away from you. Well, they are Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st, 2nd, Samuel, 1st, 2nd Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Micah, Nahum, Leviticus, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, 1st, 2nd Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1st, 2nd Thessalonians, 1st, 2nd Timothy, Titus, Philemon, Hebrews, James, 1st, 2nd Peter, 1st, 2nd, 3rd John, Jude, Revelation. I haven't seen too many people sing along. This time, everybody helps. Well, they are Genesis, Exodus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, 1st, 2nd Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Psalms, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Micah, Nahum, Leviticus, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, 2nd Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1st, Thessalonians, 2nd Timothy, Titus, Philemon, Hebrews, James, 2nd Peter, 2nd, 3rd John, Jude, Revelation. Easy out the from Genesis to Revelation. Hallelujah, amen.
I still don't see people singing along.
Are y'all having fun yet? That's great. We can't sing that fast. We're going to just slow it down a little, Becky. Please. I got a little story for this next one. Turn your eyes upon Jesus. How many of you remember that one? Okay, good. Helen Lemmel, a gifted singer, was born in England to a Methodist minister's wife. Her family moved to the United States when she was 12 years old. Her parents recognized her musical gifts and made it possible for her to study with good teachers. She moved from Seattle, Germany, and eventually back to Seattle. During her life, she had a successful concert career, taught music for a number of years at the Moody Bible Institute, and actively supported the Billy Sunday evangelistic ministry. Turn Your Eyes Upon Jesus was written in 1922, specifically to be used at those meetings. The song was inspired by a tract written by Lilius Trotter, a missionary to Algeria. Trotter was writing about the difficulty of maintaining focus while living in a world that provides us with so many choices. She gave this prescription for keeping one's life moving in the right direction. Turn your soul's vision to Jesus and look at him. And a strange dimness will come over all that is apart from him. And it was from that little saying, that Helen wrote this song. She also wrote like 500 other hymns, and very popular hymns, and a whole bunch of them, and we'll do some others another night. But this one is a really neat one, and there's 3 verses to it. Turn your eyes upon Jesus. Eugene Monroe Bartlett Sr. How's that? Eugene Monroe Bartlett Sr. was born on Christmas Eve in 1885. He dedicated his life to Jesus at an early age. Years later, as a very successful businessman, he decided to invest his money into founding the Hartford Music Company and Music Institute. He also became editor of the Herald Song Music magazine. Bartlett's mission was to publish hymns and teach singers to sight read. He hired instructors to teach voice, piano tuning, rudiments, harmony, and stringed instruments. The school attracted many talented artists. Within the first year of business, he sold more than 15,000 copies of his hymn book, and he wrote many of the songs himself. Through all this music ministry, Bartlett gave many writers, singers, and musicians their first opportunity in gospel music, including Alfred Brumley, who wrote I'll Fly Away. Bartley is considered a founding father of the Southern gospel music, and he was introduced into the Gospel Music Hall of Fame in 1979. Throughout his 56 short years of life, he composed more than 800 songs, including Everybody Will Be Happy Over There, for a future evening, and Just a Little While to Stay Here. And he wrote the words to this last hymn in 1939, Victory in Jesus. You know this one. Let's sing the 3 verses of Victory. Eliza Hewitt was born in 1851 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. She went to school locally and graduated as the valedictorian of the Girls' Normal School, and then she began teaching in the Philadelphia area. One day, while overseeing her students in the playground, she unfortunately suffered a severe back injury and was forced to bed for months, dealing with the pain the rest of her life. Although Eliza could have been resentful and no one would have blamed her, she still felt the presence of the Lord while confined to bed. She started studying literature and English while recovering from her injury. As Eliza recovered for some of her strength in later years, she was able to get around slowly. She attended the Summer Methodist Camp meeting in Ocean Grove, New Jersey, and here she met Emily Wilson. and they formed a great friendship. They worshiped and studied together, and together created this hymn, When We All Get to Heaven. The hymn was first published in 1898 in Pentecostal Praises. Not the hymn book that we're used to, I guess, but hey, yeah, it's a good song. She died in 1920. Some of her other hymns included Sunshine in My Soul, More About Jesus Would I Know, and Will There Be Any Stars in My Crown? All good ones. Okay, so let's sing. There's 4 verses to this one. Roland Family, Father, Son, Roland and Ryan. And Ebony will listen to In the Know. We're here for the In the Know this morning. What did they call him? It wasn't Roland, it was Ralph or something. But this is the real Roland and Ryan. So we're going to let them finish up here with another step.
I hope these songs are a blessing to you for singing. I do want to say, if you do know the songs, you may sing along if you'd like to. This song, I do want you to sing along. This song titled "This Little Light of Mine."
Everywhere I
we need to let our light shine and tell others about Jesus Christ so that when we come to the judgment bar, no one's going to say to us, well, you never told me about Jesus. And this song is entitled, You Never Mentioned Him to Me.
When in the better land, before the bar we stand, how deeply grieved our souls will be. If any lost one there should cry in deep despair, you never mentioned him to me. You never mentioned him to me. You helped me not the light to see. You met me day by day, and knew I was astray, yet never mentioned him to me. So let us spread the word where'er it may be heard, help broken souls alive to see, that yonder none may say, you showed me not the way. You never mentioned him to me. You never mentioned him to me. You held me not the light to see. You met me day by day, and knew I was astray, yet never mentioned him to me. A few sweet words may guide a lost one to his side, or turn sad eyes to Calvary. So work as days go by, that yonder none may cry, you never mentioned him to me. You never mentioned him to me. You helped me not the light to see. You met me day by day, and knew I was astray, yet never mentioned him to me.
Yes, we need to tell the world about Jesus Christ. And Ryan's going to be reading something about, I'm not sure where we came across it, but it's entitled Ready or Not.
Well, they said they couldn't go. They said they couldn't go. They had a house to buy. I mean, it was their dream house. They wanted to enjoy it just for a few years. So they waited. But the old jungle grandma, she didn't wait. She grew deaf and blind, and she eventually died. She never heard the good news that no one wanted to tell. She just died and went to hell forever. They said they couldn't go. Their children were young. They're full of life. Surely it wouldn't be right, fair, to take them overseas and deprive them of a normal childhood. They could always go later. So they waited. But the young child bride in the foreign land didn't wait. Her drunken husband beat her to death in a raging fit. She never heard the good news. No one wanted to tell. She just died and went to hell forever. He couldn't go. Foreign language wasn't really his thing. He'd just make a fool of himself. People would be laughing at him. He was going to work on his self-confidence first. Maybe he'd feel called later, but the old witch doctor didn't. He was communicating with evil spirits, and he got into such a state that he had a heart attack and died. And he never heard the good news. No one wanted to tell. He just died and went to hell forever. She said it wouldn't be right to take the children so far away from home, away from their grandparents. She just couldn't bear not seeing her folks regular. So she waited. But the poor tribal mother didn't wait. The snake bit her, and she died in minutes. Never heard the good news. No one wanted to tell. She just died and went to hell forever. He said he couldn't talk. He was much too shy. He needed to practice in his bedroom first, before he witnessed to the hired man. So he waited. But the hired man didn't wait. He rolled the tractor over on himself that afternoon, and he died. He never heard the good news. No one wanted to tell. He just died and went to hell forever. She said she was scared. She didn't know her Bible enough. Her friends would think she's way too forward to go talk to this young crying girl, and so she just waited. But the young girl at Walmart who was crying didn't wait. She went home and killed herself, and she never heard the good news because no one wanted to tell. She just died and went to hell forever. Well, he said he didn't have time. Hay was ready. Johnny would just have to wait for a Bible study. Family worship, I'm sure, will be regular this winter sometime. And so he waited. But Johnny didn't wait. He grew fast, and so did sin. And a bitter harvest he reaped that his father had sown. And he died. And he hadn't heard the good news. His dad took no time to tell. So they both just died and went to hell forever.
So we thought and we think about sharing the good news to others. There's many religions out there, but Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. We're going to do a song now entitled, "O Buddha."
Now old Buddha was a man, and I'm sure that he meant well. But I pray for his disciples, lest they wind up in hell. And I'm sure that old Muhammad thought he knew the way. But it won't be Hare Krishna we stand before on the judgment day. No, it won't be old Buddha that's sitting on the throne. And it won't be old Muhammad that's calling us home. And it won't be Hare Krishna that plays that trumpet tune. 'Cause we're going to see the sun, not Reverend Moon. Now I don't hate anybody, so please don't get me wrong. But there really is a message in this little song. You see, there's only one way, Jesus, if your true life is your goal. Meditation of the mind, it won't save your soul, 'cause it won't be old Buddha that's sitting on the throne. And it won't be old Muhammad that's calling us home. And it won't be Hare Krishna that plays that trumpet tune. 'Cause we're going to see the sun, not red and moon. You can call yourself a Baptist and not be born again, a Presbyterian or a Methodist and still die in your sin. You can even be charismatic, shout and dance and jump you, but you gotta love your neighbor if you want to be one of the chosen few. 'Cause it won't won't be old Buddha that's sitting on the throne, and it won't be old Muhammad that's calling us home, and it won't be Hare Krishna that plays that trumpet tune, 'cause we're going to see the sun, and not Reverend Moon. Not Reverend Moon.
Yes, we need to yield ourselves to Jesus Christ. Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb? Is this something we'd like to do?
Have you been to Jesus for the cleansing power? Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb? Are you fully trusting in His grace this time? Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb? Are you washed in the blood and the soul and the blood of the Lamb? Are your garments white as sun and white as snow? Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb? Are you walking daily by the Savior's side? Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb? Do you rest each moment in the crucified? Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb? Are you washed in the blood and the soul and the blood of the Lamb? Are your garments white as sun and white as snow? Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb? When the bridegroom comes, will your robes be white, pure and white in the blood of the Lamb? Will your soul be ready for those mansions bright and be washed in the blood of the Lamb? Are you washed in the blood and the soul and the blood of the Lamb? Are your garments white as sun and white as snow? Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb? Lay aside the garments that are stained with sin and be washed in the blood of the Lamb. There's a fountain flowing for the soul unclean. Oh, be washed in the blood of the Lamb. Are you washed in the blood and the soul and the blood of the Lamb? Are your garments white as sun and white as snow? Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb?
This is a song that Ryan was messing around with. He was messing around with my banjo one day. He retuned it and said, "This is how you play the song." Ryan does not play the banjo. He was actually trying to do an instrumental that Earl Scruggs wrote, but in a different tuning. And I decided I'm going to write some worthwhile words to this song. So the song is entitled "Jesus, Jesus." Jesus, Jesus, riding on the star. Jesus, Jesus, praising the Lord. Before Jesus, every knee shall bow. Why don't you bow for Him now? Oh, yes. Mike's been telling everyone about this, that we are the group that someone plays a paper bag in the band, and we're going to do that this next song. As you can see, we're sponsored tonight by Shady Maple Farm Market. This song is entitled Turn to Jesus. Young friend, don't listen to old Satan. He'll lead you down the path that's wrong. Beware of pitfalls he has laid down. Put on your armor and be strong. He'll show you all life's sinful pleasures. A lovely picture he can show. He'll never tell you the whole story of ruined lives and poor lost souls. Satan paints a rosy picture as he deceives you today. Don't let him lead you to destruction. Turn to Jesus, he's the way. Put his shield of love around you, for you are precious in his sight. Satan paints a rosy picture as he deceives you today. Don't let him lead you to destruction. Turn to Jesus, he's the way. Turn to Jesus, he's the way. We'll get right on the mandolin, a normal instrument there for a little bit. This is a song that I wrote a number of years back, thinking about how that we need to consider the life of Jesus, what he taught, and how he lived, and we need to follow therein after that. The song is entitled, Consider Jesus. Consider Jesus, who did his Father's will, though it cost his very life upon Mount Calvary's hill. So we like Jesus, his teachings we obey, through the trials, through the storm, we will never stray. Consider Jesus, his face was spat upon. Not a word he answered them, though much he could have done. So we like Jesus, in meekness we must live. When we're smitten on the cheek,
Christian band. We do what we like 'cause we call on His name. But really they don't know they're causing Jesus shame. Consider Jesus who did His Father's will, though it cost His very life upon Calvary's hill. So we like Jesus, His teachings we obey. Through the trials, through the storm, we will never stray. The list is longer than what the time is here, so let's do think about Jesus coming back again. Let's do that song. The Holy Spirit is looking for people who are faithful to Him, and we're like that bride that is we're becoming prepared to meet Jesus someday. And this song's entitled "Camel Train." Talks about Jesus coming back in the evening when the camel train comes in. I'm not sure it's going to be that way, but anyway, the songwriter thought so. Twas a day in early springtime by an ancient wayside well, Eliezer paused to rest his camel train, for he had found by Isaac ere the evening shadows fell, for his weary journey had not been in vain. So he took the ferry Rebecca, decked with jewels rich and rare, back to Abraham and Isaac far away, where Rebecca loved Isaac and he loved Rebecca fair. Oh, it must have been a happy wedding day. Oh, get ready, when shadows fall. Don't you hear the Eliezer call? There's going to be a wedding, our joy will soon begin, in the evening when the camel train comes in. From Father God above, ask Him down to earth to find a worthy bride. For Isaac over yonder has prepared His nets of love, for He wants His fair Rebecca by His side. We left our people gladly, we bade the world goodbye. We're going to a land beyond the sky. We shall soon behold our Isaac in that blessed eternity. What a happy, happy meeting that will be. Oh, get ready, when shadows fall. Don't you hear the Eliezer call? There's going to be a wedding, our joy will soon begin, in the evening when the camel train comes in. Oh, get ready, when shadows fall. Don't you hear the Eliezer call? There's going to be a wedding, our joy will soon begin, in the evening when the camel train comes in. In the evening when the camel train comes in. We'd like to do one more song, and this song asks the question, how are you standing with God? It's a question we need to ask, each one of us needs to ask yourself, how are you standing with God? Are you burdened with sorrow, afflicted with sin, rejecting the Spirit that wants to become gone out in your soul? How far have you drifted away from the goal? Are you standing on dangerous ground?